Hey guys, in the video you are about to watch, I am going to share with you my daily routine, and this routine I really have been doing probably since my kids were little. Now it has evolved because now I work full time and I can't fit in. This looks dirty. Are these dirty or clean? I believe they are dirty. Brother. So in today's video, like I said, it's really about my daily routine, something that I have been doing since my kids were little, and it has evolved. So this routine really helps me stay on track. Now I don't know what I'm doing because I am mixed up with what with this dishwasher. I thought they were clean. So this routine actually really helps me, keeps me grounded, helps me start my day where I don't feel like everything is chaotic. It's not perfect, right? Not every day is perfect, but there are some things that I do every day no matter what. I would like to say it's the dishes. I don't always get to them. I mostly do. But today, because this is all dirty, I will put in here what I can, and I actually have to leave here in like 10 minutes, and I'm not dressed for work yet. So I don't think that I will get to the dishes today, but my husband's off, so he will lend a hand and chip in and get the dishes done, much to his regret. But anyway, but some things that I always do is I do try to wipe everything down. That's always, I always make my bed. I always start my morning slow with my devotion and just kind of being quiet and gathering my thoughts of what day is ahead. I said make my bed. I do always pick up after myself in the bathroom mostly. And I do eat my breakfast. Now, I do want to share too that in my batch cooking where I said I make my egg cups every month, well, here's the thing. I was going to make them this weekend and I just did not get to it. So I made a batch this morning that I overcooked. But anyway, I will still eat them. They will still be delicious. I think they mostly did that because I added cottage cheese to this one. But anyway, I had some time, so while I was before I made my breakfast, I kind of whipped those up in my food processor, dumped them in there, and then they were cooking while I was eating the leftover that didn't fit in there and getting ready. So it's okay. Again, my husband will jump in and help me and be my kind of lifesaver today and put those in the freezer for me or for us. He eats them too. Anyway, I hope you enjoy the video. Let me know below, what is your morning routine? What do you do? What are your non-negotiables? I guess that's the catchphrase. But what are a couple of things that you have to do to feel like you're, your best self starting the day? Let's take a look at what I do. It seems like it is still dark out, and it is still dark out, but the sun's coming up. This is first light, so I try to get out here to walk Archie if I can in the morning. If it's not raining, if it's not too freezing. It is freezing. It's 30 degrees, the wind chill is 24, and I'm wishing I wore a scarf. We are making our way back. Come on, baby. Hey, so let me tell you about my daily routine. I do it in the morning. You could totally do it any time that works for you. I have been getting up at 4:30 in the morning for over 25 years. I know, gasp. 4:30 in the morning is middle of the night. My husband has had to be at work very early in the morning for many years, and we decided to I guess I decided to shift my routine so that we have early mornings, early evenings. That's just our life. And I have the most energy in the morning. So I try to cram as much in that time as I can. So getting up at 4:30 and I leave for work at 8 o'clock in the morning gives me about 3.5 hours to get some things done. It takes me an hour to get ready, around that 40 minutes to an hour, depending. And I lost my train of thought. So 3.5 hours. It takes me about an hour or 40 minutes to get ready. So now we're thinking 3.5 hours. We're down to 2.5 hours. So what can I get done during that time? Well, resetting the kitchen, like that's going to happen every day. Most days, as you saw in the opening, sometimes things don't go as planned. I had to leave early that day because I was volunteering for something and had to be where I had to be earlier than I would have had to be to work. So I lost 30 minutes in that. So that's kind of the dish routine, or kitchen routine, or whatever you want to call it. That is going to take me about, I would say, anywhere from 15 minutes to 30 minutes, depending on the chaos I left myself from the night before. And I do try to walk Archie in the morning if I can. Obviously, if it's raining outside, I'm not that diehard, folks. I'm not going to walk the dog in the rain. Sorry. So those are kind of the things that I do no matter what, if I can, if, the universe is aligned. And then always I'm going to make my bed. You're going to notice later on in the video that I have different pajamas on. Well, because I didn't film it all in one day. Because I actually was filming it as I was doing it, I kind of broke up when I was filming things so that it does take extra time to film. So I kind of was thinking about that too. And then the other thing I try to think about is adding a 15-minute routine or cleaning routine. I'm going to talk more about my weekly cleaning routine in another video, but it does completely tie into my daily routine. You would be surprised at how much you can get done in 15 minutes. But my daily routine, I fit in 15 minutes every day of something to clean. On this day that I actually recorded, it was the bathroom. Doing this routine, whether you do it in the morning or at night, doesn't matter, right? Whatever fits into your schedule. What it does is it gives you something to fall back on. So, like I said, life happens. And like I could have a week that I'm totally, very busy at work, have events after work, and then I get home and I'm like, bleh, right? And then I get up in the morning and I slept in to me, might be 5 o'clock in the morning. Or I just didn't get to it. And it's like, it's okay, right? I can pick up to where I left off, right? So it's a system or a routine, or whatever word you want to use. It's something to fall back on. So like maybe this week isn't perfect. No week is perfect, right? I might have, I don't know, 2 or 3 days during the week that are perfect while I'm doing this stuff.
or doing this routine. It's not every day, and that's okay. You know, like we've got to give ourselves some grace. We don't have to do everything perfectly. And then if we don't feel like that we're a failure, like we've got to stop that message in our head. So, my advice is always, you know, give yourself some grace. Start where you are. Like, add one small step. Maybe that small step is I'm going to just start committing to making my bed every single day, right? Then do that thing. And then once you're consistent at doing that, say for a month, and then, progress as you go along. Add another thing. Like what I'm doing, it didn't just happen today. Like I said, I started doing this probably 30 years ago. Well, probably not 30 years ago, but definitely 25 years ago. And it looked different. When I was home with my kids, it looked different than it does now. But it was basically the same thing because I've never spent the whole weekend cleaning my house. Like when you're home, you're like, okay, I can spread it out. But even like when I was spreading it out, I didn't spend an entire day cleaning my kitchen. I had my morning routine and then I would do a 30-minute to 1 hour task to keep on top of things, right? But this daily routine, this was my anchor. It's still my anchor today. It's something I fall back on. And I hope that you can find something similar to this, or emulate this, or take pieces of this to help you. Thanks for watching.